My last video showed you how to do the motion link. So I've got these two gears and they're joined together. I've used two Revolute joints and the motion link formula. I'll quickly show you that while it's here to link it together. So we've got a 360 times the number of teeth of the big gear divided by the number of teeth of the other gear. And we've got a negative here, which is making the gear spin in the opposite direction. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to do a motion study. I'm no expert at making these motion studies, but the motion study is excellent when you are using an animation feature because you can get that movement within your renderings. Not much is available on the educational license, but if you're using a premium version, you get more credits for your rendering. So let's go to the motion study now. And like I said, I haven't done too many of these, but this is what's worked before. Before I open that, I'm going to double click on my joint here and put 0 in. So that resets the position to the original position of the gear. And then I need to do 1. Back to motion study. And we're going to click on that flag again, a Revolute joint. And we're going to move the kind of timeline across to 99 and it will click there. When you click there, right, 359 degrees and click away. And now if I run this timeline along here, you can see it all move together. I guess the logic is 359 and that last little step kind of links back to hopefully same position where it started, and it kind of creates a seamless transition. I'm not sure how it's going to work. You can loop it down here, so I'm not sure if it's going to jump at the end, but it's pretty good. It's good enough for what we're doing just to simulate movement in our joint. So click OK. You can't see that it's been added anywhere here, but I think Motion Study comes up into your browser or your timeline. It's not timeline, sorry, your browser. I sometimes call this a feature tree as well. So it sits up here if you want to edit it. If you go into your animation section, I'll have to minimize my window a little bit. There are some settings in here where when we start to render, sorry, it's not animation, it's render. You can start rendering using that motion study as well, so it'll play once it's rendered. And so I haven't actually created any kind of proper rendering or appearance yet, but I've come up here to render. I've opened up this dial-up box, clicked video. I've got the lowest quality just as a demonstration. Cloud render's good. Standard, so Cloud Render will send away your data and it will process it and send it back when it's done. The credits, you'll find that if you go to the final and the higher quality, you'll need the premium versions of Fusion to be able to do that. So I might try a local render. Oh no, I can't. Standard. So I'm going to render that one and I'll show you the output when we're finished. So I've left this to render for a little while and then I've reopened the render. You get this, which is the still, but you've got a play button up here. So if I want to render the motion study now, I click that. It says I exceed the limit of my cloud application settings. So I think that's where you need more kind of premium version of Fusion and the educational license. So render quality standard, I'm going to just drop this back to a lower amount. Still no good. Might have to go to the basic one. I'm going to go render, and it says there's going to be about a 20-minute wait for that. So once you wait for that, hopefully I'll show you the finished product. So my motion study rendering is just finished, so we'll open it up. I think the quality is going to show that it's going to be really slow, but we'll turn it on. Yeah, so it's only going step by step, 100 frames. It's very slow, but you get the idea. Just be careful what orientation you put the image in, because it will just sit still. So you can't rotate it once it gets to this position. It's just like a still rendering that shows that motion study moving. Hope this helps with the motion study. I'm not an expert at it, but that's just a basic rundown of how I've done it in the past.